Welcome to our YouTube acclimatization session of Govt College of Education, M.A Road Srinagar, J&K. This video is about clinical practice, or what we usually call practice of teaching. Here we will also talk about lesson plan handbooks that our interns prepare during clinical teaching. Practice of teaching, POT, is a clinical teaching experience that's provided to interns deputed to a school. In our institution, it is generally considered to be the single most important experience in teacher preparation program. Teaching practice is usually taken up in third and fourth semesters of the teacher education programs on the basis of gradual increase in responsibility. Coordinator internships comes out with a detailed schedule embedded with criteria manual guidelines for the practice. You must keep in mind that teaching practice is taken up in a school-based setting where interns work under school mentor or cooperating teacher and the mentor deputed from the Govt College of Education. Teaching practice begins with formulation of timetable in the school by the team leader and the cooperating teacher from the school. In the timetable, team leader and the teacher from the school assign classes to the interns in language and subject pedagogy. The following things are to be kept in mind during teaching practice. In the timetable, the classes have to be assigned around middle and secondary levels in the school. In no case the classes are to be assigned in the lower primary. Multiple lessons, usually 20 to 30, are planned and delivered in each subject during teaching practice. The detailed guidelines in this regard could be found in the criteria manual. No lesson can be delivered unless it's planned and written in the lesson plan book. The interns can help each other in preparation of lessons. TL has to take keen interest in monitoring the lessons being delivered. Each intern, each day, has to plan a lesson in written form on a lesson plan book in language as well as the subject. The same lessons are to be delivered in the class. The next day, new lessons are to be prepared and delivered. Interns are not allowed to prepare more than one lesson in advance. The interns are not allowed to deliver lesson without planning it on the lesson plan book. A lesson that is delivered without being legibly written in a lesson plan book will not be considered. Each lesson will be monitored by the school mentor, and the observations about the lesson will be legibly written at the end of each lesson. Interns are required to remove their confusions about the lesson preparation, talking to their mentors. The lessons are to be planned usually on a constructivist design or as suggested by the internship committee of the college. It's imperative for interns to learn lesson planning during pre-internship practice so that they do not face insurmountable difficulties during the practice of teaching in the school. Keep in mind, each lesson plan must accompany its specific learning resources. Keep in mind to integrate ICT in the lesson wherever necessary. The details of the same are to be mentioned in the learning resources caption of the lesson plan. After clinical practice or teaching practice in schools, interns are required to go for critique or live feedback lessons during the post-practice. Lesson plan handbooks and learning resources prepared during in-school teaching practice are to be saved for external examination, viva, that's usually conducted after theory examinations. Let's now come to the lesson plan handbook and how to maintain it. The institution has been among the foremost teacher education institutions in the UT, having come up with the lesson plan handbooks, and it's the only institution in the whole of the UT to have come out with constructivist lesson plans in subject pedagogy. The present volume available in the institution is the third edition of the constructivist lesson plan handbook. The institution also has a distinction to have developed its own constructivist lesson design 4C by the internship committee under the Innovation and Action Research Cell IARC under the guidance of the coordinator. Lesson plan handbooks come with model lessons prepared by the college faculty. Lesson plan handbooks are required to be made during the practice of teaching, POT segment of the internship. Different semesters have different internship components and POT could be one of them. It's very important that interns understand and learn how to plan the lesson and teach accordingly in the class. Pedagogy courses like teaching of English, Urdu, bioscience, history and geography in our teacher education programs are meant to acquaint students about planning and delivery of lessons. During lesson planning and preparation, the interns are supposed to master the following: how to write the learning outcomes, how to realize the set learning outcomes in the steps of the lesson plan and while teaching, how to distribute the content in the lesson plan steps, constructivist and behaviorist, how to plan a participative and collaborative lesson plan, how to integrate and leverage ICT effectively in the lesson plan, how to deliver a lesson in classroom as per the written lesson plan, how to engage students and involve them in activities while teaching, how to prepare and use learning resources as per the requirement, how to develop competencies in students according to the subject the interns is teaching, how to address diversity and make classrooms inclusive, how to conduct assessments, formative and summative. Interns are required to master the lesson planning in the above mentioned areas during pre-practice, practice and post-practice. The following lesson plans types are provided in the lesson plan handbook: behaviorist lessons in languages, constructivist lessons in subjects, which include 5E lessons, 4C lessons. 4C lesson is developed by College Innovation Cell. Keep in mind, lesson plan handbook is for writing the lessons. It's different from reflective journal as already explained in a video on reflective journal. The lesson books are usually available in the institution and issued before the beginning of practice of teaching. Interns are required to collect their lesson plan handbooks as per the internship schedule from the in-charge stationery of the institution. Thank you. Thanks for watching Govt College of Education Internship Committee video for practice of teaching and lesson plan handbook.